And we are back live. Yes, we are live. We're going to turn that up so you guys can hear me nice and good. Alrighty. Welcome back to the Requiem. This is Requiem Reacts. It's going to be its own standalone series inside my YouTube channel. Blah, 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 blah. Forgot what I was going to say. Let's get into it.
Freakouts Unleashed. This lady right here is
This is Karen Reacts
because she spots Salvation Army collecting donations outside of I'm assuming supermarket or something like that. She gets very upset because she does.
All right. So I'm gonna immediately say they're collecting donations outside of somewhere. Who freaking cares? That donation is obviously going to someone. There's no reason to get upset about it. If people are willing to donate, leave it alone.
Doesn't believe they should be wearing masks while they represent a non-profit.
So they shouldn't be wearing masks while they represent a non-profit. Alright, but yet they're doing the responsible thing because that's what others feel is necessary and what they would like. And they're doing this for other people, not for themselves. They're doing it for others, putting the mask on to keep them safe during these times. And their non-profit has nothing to do. They do not correlate.
What do you do on 4th of July?
Can I wear a mask if I want to wear a mask? So you can't call me a criminal because I'm wearing a mask. I'm following.
Criminal when you go to rob.
Alright, a criminal wears masks, apparently. That makes no sense at all. that they're criminals because they're wearing a mask. Yes, criminals do wear masks. But are they doing anything criminal by doing this? No. There's no reason to call them criminals for this.
When you go to rob a listen, man, when you go to rob a bank, that's when you wear a mask.
Well, and when it's kind of...
So, this is a pure case of assumption. When you have a prefixed idea inside your own head. So when you have this idea in your head of how this is correlated to this, and this correlation has been there for so long, yeah, I understand that. But if they're wearing a mask because of public safety, it's a different story. There's no need to get this upset. I understand, that's your correlation. Everybody has their own correlations that they've created for themselves. I have them too. But to correlate people trying to grab donations to help out a non-profit organization and to call them potential bank robbers, essentially, and correlate them to that, that's over the top.
When you're representing a non-profit organization.
Can you please stop yelling at us?
Listen,
I'm not.
And that's another thing, guys. I understand everybody has their own perspective, their own opinions. But that doesn't take away the fact that you need to treat people how you would want to be treating. Come up to somebody, even though you're upset with something, screaming, you're going to get a negative reaction. That's what it causes. I'm not sure if that's what this woman's going for, or she's just trying to express how she feels. But you need to keep calm in a situation where you're dealing with stuff like this, or else that's all it does is explode negative reactions. And that's all you're going to get. And I'm looking up here when the camera's down here. I'm going to try to fix that. I'm going to have to raise the camera up so I can look at the camera.
Happy to know that I yelled at you while I was walking away. You screamed at me.
Well, you yelled at me and him when you came in,
no.
too.
You actually
You yelled it, yeah.
And that's the case of the negative reaction.
So, anyway.
Oh, I did? Now you're changing the story, mister.
I
Let's
added
just
to
see
it.
if the Salvation Army's going to invite you back.
All right, thank you.
See, and at that point, that was just to get her word in. Her last word in. Walk away. There's no reason, Karen. Calm it down. Walk away. When stuff like this goes wrong and you're not getting your way, understand it's human nature. But just walk away. Just walk away. There's no point in continuing this. You both said your points. It's over.
Non-profit organizations do not have criminals wearing masks representing them. It's a disgrace
you're
to
calling us a
America.
criminal?
The manager
Non-profits don't have criminals wearing masks. It's a disgrace to America. I'm just gonna ignore it and move on.
Recording this video kicks the lady you see here out of the store because she isn't wearing a mask and she causes some problems for him. He gets very upset by her refusal and 86 her from the store.
If you do not want to do it, ma'am, if you do not wear a mask, you can just leave. I don't want to hear this. I don't need to hear this. I'm asking you, please, to leave. I am refusing you because you will not wear a mask.
Alright, now with the mask thing, guys. There's a difference between public and private establishments and business establishments and how they work. If they ask you to wear a mask and you refuse, they can kick you out. For one, that's been emphasized by the government, of especially the United States. I'm not sure how it's going in other countries. But when you enter into a private establishment or into a business, your right to not wear one is gone because you're no longer in public. You're in an actual business or in a private establishment. They can't deny you service. It's not like they're being like, it's not like your rights are being infringed or anything like that. That is their property. They're allowed to do that. And that's how it is. Unfortunately, like, you have no say. They tell you to leave, even if you haven't done anything, they can tell you to leave and not to come back.
And you need to wear a mask to come in here. Lady, I have asthma. It's really bad. My inhaler's in my backpack. Do you want me to show it to you? Lady, I'm telling you, please, just leave.
Can you state your name?
I'm on my lunch. You can leave.
Can you state your name?
You can leave.
Can you state your name?
I don't need
Are
to.
you
You
manager?
can leave before I have to call the
You're a
cops.
manager?
I am the manager. That's why I'm asking you, please leave.
State your name
I
as
will. I do
manager.
not have to answer that. I don't have to answer any questions.
Okay, can you
But
give
you
me
can leave.
the number to corporate?
You can find that online yourself. And they're going to tell you need to wear a mask when you come in here.
You
Both
have
of
to
you.
give me the number to
I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is make food for people that are doing what we ask them to do.
As a manager,
Nope.
I'm asking for corporate.
And as a manager, I'm asking you to please leave my restaurant.
So you're refusing me service?
I've already told you that you cannot. I cannot serve you without having a
I
mask.
just want to get as many.
It's as simple as just put the mask on. I get it. You're against it. I understand. But in that state of mind, would you rather go through this hassle everywhere you go when it is a private or business? They can deny you service. Even if you call a corporate, it's not going to change anything. If you were denied service because you were violating their policies or what they want to happen inside of their establishment, they can do that. Sometimes, yeah, the scenarios, it all depends on situationism, but with the mass, they don't have a choice. You don't understand, some of these people don't even want to wear them, but yet they're wearing them because they have to in order to work there. And then they don't want to be, that jerk to come after you and be like, hey, you can't wear it. Not all of them, at least. Some of them probably. And then they're just doing their job. And then you're going to freak out on them. There's no reason for this. Just put it on for the brief time you're in there. As soon as you get in public, take it off.
Okay, bye.
It's great.
Yeah.
You're breaking the law.
Thank you, Karen.
Except he's
Bye.
not breaking the law.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing my job. Bye. Have a nice day.
This lady decides to wake up the entire apartment complex when she causes a massive scene
And she's
confronting
wearing a
this
witch's
guy.
freaking shirt, of course.
Supposedly because his children were
such a
stomping
good
too loud
game,
on the
and she's gonna
floor
be a
and that
Karen.
upset her.
Is causing migraines.
Yeah, and your child is right here, and you're setting a horrible example. What's wrong
Where?
with you?
Where is she?
What's
Where
wrong?
is she?
What's wrong with
Where
you?
is she? Where is she?
Right there. Ha ha! Ha ha! Okay, so grow up, go home, stop banging on people's doors, stop banging
I
on people's
will.
ceilings. Children, you're an
Oh,
adult
and
and
going
you're
right to
stopping
the
on
fight.
purpose. No one is doing anything on purpose to you.
No!
No one's doing anything on purpose
That's
to you.
how stupid you are.
Oh, am I?
Because I have.
Hello, new neighbor.
Hi!
Hi, you're so friendly.
Hi!
So what does it mean about you then if you're having your child knock on people's doors
Dude!
so you can throw a little
Dude!
tantrum like a child?
Dude! You are
How old are you?
so worthless.
How old are you? Then why are you knocking on my door if I'm so worthless? What are you wasting your time for?
Alright, and he's kind of like me, because I would egg into it, and I'm going to completely admit it. I would egg into a situation like this, and as soon as I get mad, I'm going to egg it, and try to destroy you at the points. Definitely not the proper way to do this. At this point, when they're unreasonable and you can't get them to go away, either call the building manager, call your landlord, call the police if needed, and try to get out of the situation. She's obviously just here to start things now. She's not wanting to listen to reason. This is a argument you're not gonna win, no matter what you do. You can say whatever you want. You could destroy her argument, destroy what she's trying to say, and she's still gonna find something to nitpick. Walk away at this point.
What are you wasting your time for? Yeah, that's what I thought.
What? Wasting my
that's what I
time?
thought, yeah.
Because you're stomping nonstop.
No, I'm
Because
not.
you're such a loser
I'm
that
not
you can't
stomping.
take your
And there's an
kids to the
insult.
park.
Why don't you go back to Seattle?
You can't take
See,
Why don't
there's
you
no
go
your
back
point.
there?
kids
There's just
to the
insults coming
park.
now.
There are people that live in these units here?
Yeah, and so they live.
Like she said, you're a loser. Because you're a loser. You're stomping. That shows that there is... She literally is just trying now to start a conflict. She's not trying to resolve the conflict. You're gonna lose. I don't understand why people get into these.
And guess what?
What?
They hear you
I do it
across
too,
down
but-
here and across here.
Do they?
And I have witnesses.
You know what you're doing at 10 o'clock?
One night.
One night. You're being deliberate. You're an adult. You're not a child, and it's
You
not an accident.
are being deliberate because you're
No,
too
we're not.
lazy. You're a piece of. You're too lazy
Guess what?
to take your kid outside.
Guess what?
You're too lazy
Guess
to take
what?
your kids outside.
Guess
You're
what?
lazy.
Insulting
Guess
his
what?
kids.
You're
Now that's too
lazy
far.
to take your kid outside
Hey, guess
to get
what?
some energy
Hey,
out.
get
'cause
yourself
you're
together.
Lazy.
Get yourself together, and guess what?
You're a lazy piece.
Guess
of
it's not
You're
going
a
to
lazy
change.
piece of
You know what's
You're a
hilarious?
lazy piece of
It's
Hey,
change.
hey, guess what?
Bye. It's
I
not
know
gonna change.
I won't change.
No, this
but
is not
you
going to
will.
change. No,
You
it's not.
will.
It's not going to
You
change.
will. Is
Nope.
she on the lease?
Because there's still two
Is she
children.
on the lease?
There-
Is she on the lease?
There's still
Is she
two
on the
children.
lease? Is she on
Alright. So many things. Okay, it's different if you're just gonna go after someone else. I get it. You don't go after someone's kids. That is a step too far. There's no reason. And a kid being on a lease. Some do require it, some don't. Some states, some places. I'm not exactly sure. So, I mean, that could be plausible on this one. I mean, I don't have the full context of this, but it doesn't really matter if his kids are there. Even if they live there and there is no, like, subsection to have them on there, they can just be there. They're his kids. It'd be the same thing if he had visitation with them. They can come there. You're allowed to have guests. Oh,
the
my
lease?
God.
There are still two children, and they're not going to turn
Is she
into
on
an
the
adult
lease?
over time.
Is she on the lease?
All you're doing is making it worse for yourself.
How?
Because it's not going to change. My children are still children. They're still going to make noise from time to time.
but they were only here twice a week. That's
How do
what
you know?
she said.
That's what she said. You don't know that. Don't
Oh, I know.
Don't kick
I
my
know
stuff.
all sorts of.
Oh, yeah? Well, you don't know what you're talking about. And why are you kicking my stuff? Put that back.
Because it hit my foot.
It didn't hit your foot. You're kicking my stuff. Put it back.
Oh, you're a liar.
Look at the way you act in front of
Oh.
your child. Not just the way you act, but you do that in front of your kid. For hours
Hey,
in front
guess
of your
what?
kid.
Guess what?
It's not going to change.
And this is where you need to get a hold of someone else. This is a lose-lose situation. As you can see, he's literally not making any ground. She's not backing down. Get someone else involved.
Not even you.
Oh, it's not even me. Yeah, it's yourself. Your problem is yourself. Yeah, keep peeking in my apartment. Your problem is yourself.
I'm not
Because
peeking in your apartment.
these kids are not going to grow up overnight. They're still
No,
gonna be
you
making
need to
noise.
take him
So guess what?
outside.
Have
You piece of
to move.
Take him outside.
How about you should have never came here?
Bring it.
Okay.
Let's see if I get kicked out
You need to
first.
live in a house.
Because you
You need to live in a house.
and I have money to do that.
Well, then do it.
you?
Then why don't you do it?
Then do you?
Then why are you living here? This is a low-income
Do you
building.
have-
This is a low-income building.
See?
Right.
Cycle just continuing. I'm going to insult
So
you
you're-
to prove my point's
Oh, yeah.
valid.
To be
Your
on the
point's
lease.
invalid.
Well, then
That
why?
of
Okay.
yours
Run
I wouldn't
your
talk
mouth.
about
needs to
big.
be on the
You're the
lease.
last person I would probably be talking about big with, so.
Well, at least
Yeah.
I don't have men in and out. And working the system.
Why does that
You're
matter?
Working the system.
Oh, I'm working the system.
Yeah.
How?
Is she?
Explain to me how.
She's working.
She's working, huh? Yeah, we have men coming in and out. You're so smart.
She's working.
Hey, guess what?
So now
You're
it's
wasting your time.
attacking sexuality.
No, it's
I
not
have
going to change.
cameras.
I don't care.
And
I
then
have cameras.
attacking
Oh,
And
wow.
she's
him.
not
if-
only is your spot in your car in the resident?
Oh my God, I'm using my parking spot. And I have another car that's in the guest spot. Oh, what, do you have
That
two cars?
doesn't leave?
Oh, look.
Your car.
Look, neighbors, bye.
They keep pounding. I can't. Do you not hear the pounding?
You have to be yelling all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
What?
You have to be yelling. Chill out. You're disturbing everybody. Stop.
I'm disturbing?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Wait.
You don't need to be
try
told that.
living under these.
You don't need to be told that.
Try
You know you're
living
disturbing.
under
You
them.
know.
Kid.
You know you're
They
disturbing.
have 2 kids and people that are not supposed to be on the lease.
Oh
They're
yeah?
not on the lease.
You don't know what you're talking about. So why don't you go home and act like
And
an
you
adult?
just moved in too.
So did you. So who cares? He doesn't have any less credit than you. Don't be talking to
But
people
you
like
just
that.
told me I had no credit
No, I didn't.
because I just moved in.
Yeah, you just moved in. And you're sitting here acting like some sort of king trying to regulate people, having your child knock on my door, and then you're throwing
Dude,
a tantrum like a child.
she
Stop
chose to
screaming.
do that.
Stop screaming. Go home.
She chose to knock on the door.
I don't
because
care.
She has migraines
That's fine. Go
because
home.
You're stomping.
That's fine. Guess what?
You try.
Don't yell at that person.
You're e-learning,
Listen.
right? So,
You don't need to.
are you not learning?
Oh my God.
Who cares? That's not your business. That is not your business.
No.
Go home.
It's because you're stomping and you
Again,
can't regulate your
dead
children.
end
because they're
conversation.
lazy.
You can't regulate yourself.
You're
It's just continuing the cycle over and over again. She has to prove she's right, he's wrong. She doesn't realize she's gonna lose this one. He's not backing down. And he should have realized by now, okay, I need to get someone involved. Don't get me wrong, there's a good chance I'd feed into this too for a while, but I wouldn't let it go on this long. Especially with all the insults and now another neighbor being dragged into it. Oh my God. You just gotta calm it down and leave. If you have a real big issue, go talk to the super, whoever runs the building, or landlord.
You're banging on my ceiling all day and screaming for hours. Go home, call the manager, deal with it like a normal person. You don't have the right to be knocking on people's doors and harassing them. Tell the manager, call the cops, do what you gotta do, and grow up.
okay.
You just said everything I just
This
said.
lady gets out of her car and confronts the
I don't get why people have to continue it. You're losing, just go. Get someone that's meant to deal with the situation. I've been guilty of this before, and I've learned over the years to get a hold of the got a hold of the correct person to talk to in order to handle the situation.
woman recording and her dog because she believes that they are stepping over the line onto her property, and that makes her very upset.
Are we in your driveway? We are in the sidewalk. We are in the damn sidewalk. Go to school. I already am in school. We were on the sidewalk only.
Cross this line. This is private property.
Cross the line. Are you a Karen? Are you a Karen?
Do you have a house here?
I live here.
That is the line. This is not. You can walk your dogs here. You can.
Are you trying to start problems for no reason?
No, but you are playing games. This is
No,
that's no game,
But
okay?
you know what?
Oh, didn't mean to click that, so that'll be edited out.
You know what?
Okay, get on.
This
Get
is-
lost.
So, that would be the last one. I will give her that, it is private property past that public easement line. But at the same time, who cares? If the dog's not going to the bathroom in your yard, there's no digging, there's no destruction of property, it ain't a big deal. The different when it starts becoming destruction of property, or, there is a public easement and they're choosing not to use it, I understand that. But... Alright guys, this has been the first episode of Requiem Reacts. Thank you all, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me ideas for the next video, next reactions you would like. As I said, I got 2 more coming that are already being recorded as we speak when you see this. So, again, doses!